And tonight is Ask the Doctors, right? So we've got Dr. Betty on. We have myself, Dr. Rita McGuire. I'm the Chief Medical Officer here at Wakana. I want to welcome all of our guests, all of our business partners. I'm excited because I did find a charger. Otherwise, we probably would be cut off in the next 5 minutes, but we're good to go. I want to first start out for all of our guests on the line that don't know what CBD is or even hemp. Cannabis, everyone pretty much has heard about, but it wasn't until about 4.5 years ago when I discovered through our CEO that there is another species of the cannabis plant, and it's called hemp. And hemp, unlike marijuana, doesn't give you a high. It doesn't give you a euphoria. And the reason why I, as a physician, as an OB-GYN of over 30 years, why I was so excited about learning about hemp was that I could provide a product and products for my patients that would ease their symptoms, would address their symptoms, whatever it is, without the high. And so the way that hemp does that is it has a high amount of CBD or cannabidiol, and it has very small amounts of THC. THC is the part of the plant that gives you the high, that gives you the euphoria. And it has other cannabinoids. It has other constituents as well that really helps to put the body in balance. It helps to reduce anxiety. It helps to reduce pain. It helps to reduce inflammation. It helps to reduce blood sugar levels and blood pressure. And the way that hemp does that, or cannabis, it does that through a science. And so that science is called the endocannabinoid system. And let's see if I have that slide up close. The endocannabinoid system is a system that helps to put the body in balance. And it does that by binding to pathways. Pathways very much like when you take Motrin, or you take Aleve, or you take ibuprofen, or you take Tylenol. Whatever you're taking in the past for pain, CBD and cannabis works the same way. It binds to these receptors. It binds to pathways in the central nervous system. It binds to receptors in the brain. It binds to receptors in our heart, our lung, our liver, our kidney, our skin, our teeth, to put the body in balance. So the endocannabinoid system is how cannabis works in the body. So with that being said, now you understand, hopefully, that we're talking about products tonight that will not give you a euphoria, won't give you a paranoia, because the THC level in hemp-derived CBD products are 0.3% or less. So we only offer hemp-derived products. We don't offer any marijuana products. All of our products are tested. All of our products have third-party validation. They have certificates of analysis that really help you, your customer, your family, your friends feel comfortable that you're taking a product that, one, will not give you a high, two, a product that does not have toxic chemicals like pesticides and heavy metals, mold and mildew, all of those toxic chemicals that could be found in the CBD product that's not tested, or a CBD product that's not grown organically, could make you sick. It definitely would make your family or your friend that's immunocompromised sick. That's someone who may have cancer, someone who has an autoimmune condition, or someone who has HIV/AIDS. Any condition where their immune system is compromised could potentially make them sick if it has contaminants in it. So not all CBD is made equally. That's another thing. If you're a distributor on the line, someone may ask you what makes Wakana products different. Well, there's a lot of things that make our products very unique and very different. One, we've already mentioned that our products are tested, our products have certificates of analysis, our products are grown in hemp organic soil, and our products are enhanced with a proprietary formulation. So many of our products have an addition or additions of ingredients like essential oils, where Dr. Betty can really help us understand the benefits of essential oils. But when you enhance CBD with essential oils, or you enhance the CBD with other organic herbs, it really does make a difference on the body. And we have seen thousands of testimonials where it's been able to assist with so many conditions. Even CBD can help you lose weight, right? We know that obesity is an epidemic. We understand that hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, all of these chronic long-term conditions really are preventable. And we have tools here at Wakana that can help to address, that can sometimes even help to reverse, and can really be a tool in the toolbox when it comes to disease. And I say a tool in the toolbox because I was trained in a traditional allopathic medical school, Wayne State School of Medicine. We were trained to give our patients medicine. We weren't trained to give our patients cannabis-based hemp products or any other herbs that can really benefit the body. So yes, there are many conditions where we need medications. I'm not advocating that anyone on this line stop taking their medication because they want to solely use CBD, but absolutely it can be a tool in your toolbox to be an addition, to be an enhancer, and to really work with your physician so your physician can start to reduce your medication. Your physician can start to even get you off of some medications once you incorporate the entire lifestyle modification, right? I've always said that it's not just a bottle of CBD that's going to do it. We've got to pay attention to our sleep habits, our hydration, our water intake, our stress level, our diet. We've got to get toxic relationships out of our life and toxic people. All of that plays a role. Unforgiveness, resentment, you know, it's bigger than just a bottle of CBD, and that's what we really advocate here at Wakana. So the endocannabinoid system plays a very major role in many physiological processes, from digestion to metabolism, to appetite regulation, to even our cardiovascular function, our blood pressure, our heart rate, inflammation and pain, even our immune function, our energy balance, our thermogenesis, neurodevelopment, learning, synaptic plasticity in movement. When we're looking at Parkinson's disease and we're looking at multiple sclerosis, many studies have shown, the research has shown that CBD, hemp-derived cannabis oils, and other products can assist in improving these conditions. Regulation of stress, mood, our sleep-wake cycle. So you can see that the endocannabinoid system is a major vital regulatory system, that this is how CBD works in the body. And here are those receptors I talked about. The main receptors are CB1 and CB2. So if you have a very close relationship, long-term relationship with your physician, invite your physician on these calls so your physician can understand that the negative stigma surrounding the cannabis plant doesn't have to be. There's a part of the plant, there's a part of the cannabis family, and the species is hemp, that gives you the health without the high. So let's look at what happens when we don't feed our body CBD. We don't feed our body the other cannabis byproducts or components, the cannabinoids. We get something that has been defined in 2000 by our colleague, Dr. Ethan Russo. and he defined the clinical endocannabinoid deficiency. And this hypothesis states that there is an underlying endocannabinoid tone that is out of balance. You know, it's the reflection of our endogenous cannabinoids that our body produces. 2-AG and anandamide are the two most common endogenous cannabinoids. These cannabinoids are out of balance. Their tone is not in the balance that it should for us to be healthy and to be whole. And the theory is that when we have deficiencies in these endogenous cannabinoids, we start to have illness. We start to have migraines, depression. A lot of the autoimmune conditions have been linked to clinical endocannabinoid deficiency. And what's very key is that they did research. They actually did a spinal tap on patients who have migraines. And what they did, they tested the level of 2-AG and anandamide in the spinal fluid. And what they found over and over and over in these patients that had migraines is that their level of 2-AG and anandamide was very low. They did it for depression. They did it for a lot of conditions. And this is how we have coined the clinical endocannabinoid deficiency. There are other conditions where these symptoms arises, not just migraine, but fibromyalgia, irritable bowel syndrome, hyperemesis gravidarum. That's when those pregnant moms, they have nausea and vomiting pretty much for the first and second trimester. Glaucoma, dysmenorrhea, painful periods, bipolar, PTSD, recurrent miscarriages. So I'm sure that all of you on the line know someone with some of these conditions and even more. And we can help them. We can help them put the body back in balance with our CBD products. Here are other conditions and disorders that CBD can be beneficial medicinally. Over 20,000 peer-reviewed articles that really define that these conditions can be assisted. We can never say cure, but it can assist and address a lot of these conditions. Schizophrenia, epilepsy, anxiety, cancer, osteoporosis, lupus, diabetes, Parkinson's, chronic pain, neuropathic pain, lots of issues. So yes, this is the challenge. The challenge is that they don't teach this in medical school. They did a survey in 2013, and they found that only 13% of medical schools teach about the endocannabinoid system and cannabis as a whole. So we really need to change these numbers and get the word out. We have a medical advisory board here at Wakana, and that's what I love, that we have MDs, we have naturopaths, we have registered nurses, we have clinical psychologists, we have dentists, we have pharmacists, we have every walk of life as our medical advisory board, just really giving nuggets and helping us to understand a lot that goes on in the body and how CBD can assist. So these are just some slides about those receptors in the skin. We have products when we talk about the skin. You know someone that has issues with their skin. They could have dry skin. They can have eczema. They can have psoriasis. They can start to have wrinkles. Whatever it is, we have products that can assist with those conditions. We have our body butters. We have our CBD enhanced with lotus and hibiscus. We have our Power Mango body cream. We have products that can safely be used all over our body to really enhance and to improve our skin. Even our hair. We talk about the global pandemic. We talk about COVID hair. We talk about long haulers conditions. Well, one is many people that I know, nurses here on labor and delivery, that still don't have their sense of smell back. They still don't have their sense of taste back. This is like going on 2 years. Also, there are those who've lost their hair due to the stress, to the inflammation of having COVID. Well, we don't make those claims that we can cure COVID, or that if your hair was lost due to COVID, but we do have products that can really help to nourish that hair follicle back to its normal state. So it's a Save Our Strand system, utilizing CBD and other essential oils to really reduce inflammation, to reduce bacterial overgrowth, and to really nourish those nutrients that need to get to the hair follicle. The same holds true with our beauty pack. We have products that really address every single industry, from overall wellness to weight loss to sexual enhancement to skin care to hair care. You understand that our product line has really touched every major industry. So our beauty pack utilizes a serum for the face, utilizing CBD, also a moisturizer utilizing CBD, and we do have a mask. It doesn't include CBD, but these products, the testimonials on these products in improving the health of our skin. So many distributors and customers have this, like last night I was on with Bernadine Kirkland. I was like, your skin is absolutely glowing. She's using these products as many others are using these products as well. But again, the science behind this is the endocannabinoid system and the receptors in the skin. We talk about really improving our immune system, right? We can control the host. We can't control this COVID. In fact, I heard that the Omicron variant, this new variant, is supposed to be deadly. So we really need to get out there, if you're a distributor on the line, and really push these products that can keep our host in a healthy state. So if we are hit with the virus, if we are hit with the variant, we have the strongest immune system. So this package includes our immune defense tea, which has a lot of organic herbs that helps to really improve the stress on our immune system and to really help to build that immune system for any attacks. It also comes with essential oils, one being eucalyptus, which really helps to keep those lungs open, and our essential defense and first defense, which is our nasal spray. This is an incredible product that helps to improve the entranceway, the passage of viruses and bacteria, and that's through the nose. So that's our defense package. And then we have relief packs. You know, I don't go anywhere without my Dr. Rita's rub. Hopefully you can see that. I am sore 90% of the time, but I'm telling you, this amazing topical, which is in this pack, just rubbing it on the back of my neck, my shoulders, my knees. Many of you know that I'm prepping to compete in the wellness division for bodybuilding, and it's really a lot on my body. So utilizing these products, not having to use Motrin or Aleve, not having to use Tylenol, all of these products that you feel and think are benign and won't cause a problem, well, down the line, just imagine you taking Motrin every day or any non-steroidal every day for your knee pain or back pain. That causes long-term kidney failure. Long-term use of Tylenol, which is acetaminophen, can cause long-term liver failure. So we have products that you can absolutely utilize without the side effects long-term, a holistic way of addressing your health, addressing pain, anxiety, migraines, our immune system. We have so many great packages, depression, anxiety, PTSD, losing weight. Let's get into weight loss. You know, our Americans are, you know, I don't know what the numbers are. I think it's 70 or 80% of Americans are overweight or obese. I stopped to get my salad before I came to work, and it really disturbed me because I saw a woman, I think she was a grandmother. She weighed easily 350 pounds. She had a nasal cannula. She was on oxygen, which means she probably has either emphysema or COPD. And she had 4 of her grandchildren at the table, right? They were all obese. They were all overweight. And guess what they were all eating? Cheeseburgers, French fries, and large Pepsis, right? And it just hurt my soul. It just hurt my soul that this is a generation that's learning from their grandmother how to eat unhealthy. So we have a Flat Belly Lifestyle 2.0 program where we're utilizing our CBD products, our CBD flat belly gummies, our flat belly brew, and CBD absolutely can help you lose weight. And it does that through what we call fat browning. It turns that white fat, that very, very unhealthy fat that insulates our major organs, it turns that white fat into brown fat. See, brown fat not only burns more calories, but brown fat actually helps to reduce metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is a range of different disorders from heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, typically metabolic disorder. Those folks have a very large abdominal girth and they're predisposed to a lot of chronic conditions. So CBD, yes, can be utilized to really help those to lose weight and to get the weight off. So here are the CBD, some of the CBD flat belly products, our flat belly gummies, our flat belly brew. The bitter tea is very bitter. It doesn't contain CBD, but it contains a lot of the herbs that help to remove toxins and cleanse the liver, cleanse the colon, and doing that safely without having explosive diarrhea. A lot of folks don't want that. They just want that cleanse to happen. So let's look at some of our products more in detail. This is called Ask the Doctor. So I'm hoping that all of you have questions already. You can put them in the chat. I may have said something that you want me to repeat or expound on, but please put it in the chat. But just know our product line comes in a Power, which is our full spectrum line, or our Pure, which is our broad spectrum line. Now the Pure is the broad spectrum containing less than 0.0% of THC, and it's a great product for those who have random drug screens. So if you're on the line and you have random drug screens, or if you're on the line and you're a distributor, just know you have something for those clients that have random drug screens at their job. Now the Power products are the full spectrum products. Those are products that have the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less. You can see that Power is typically on the label and it has a black label. These are products that those who have random drug screens, you don't want them to take because we want them to pass their urine drug screen. Now, the exception with that are the topical products. Any of our topical products, like one of my favorite, Dr. Rita's Rub, not just because it's my name, but because I can carry it around with me everywhere. And then our Extreme Power Pain Cream, all of the body creams with the hibiscus and lotus infused. These are topical, so they will not pass the blood-brain barrier, so you can safely use those along with the Pure Tincture, along with the Pure Gummies for those who have random drug screens. So this disclaimer is super important. If you're a distributor on the line, whenever you're giving a presentation, you want to have this visible so that your guests, prospects, understand that these statements have made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The efficacy of these products have not been confirmed by FDA-approved research. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. I cannot stress that enough, right? You never want to give that client, that prospect, that family member the idea that if they take this CBD, that their diabetes will go away. Or even if they utilize this pain cream, that pain may not go away immediately, right? So you have to really understand that there's a lot of factors that play into the product's efficacy. One is the person's diet. Two is the person's condition. Is it long-term? Is it chronic? Three, the potency of the product. Four, the body chemistry of the person, right? So there's a lot of factors that come into play, but you just want that person, that prospect, excuse me, to understand that they've got to use these products every day. They've got to start eating healthy. They've got to stop with the fried food, processed food. They've got to stop with the food that's causing more inflammation and pain, because that's counterintuitive and counterproductive to our CBD products. So this is a picture of me at our lab. We partnered with Green Scientific. They do all of our testing, certificates of analysis you can find on every product. Just know more is not better. So when you start our CBD products, don't try to eat 5 gummies, or don't try to do 2 big dropper full of tincture. More is not better. And the Mayo Clinic proved that. They looked at patients who had chronic pain, and they only needed between 2.5 and 20 milligrams of CBD with or without THC. So more is not better. Start low, go slow. It will be a great testimonial for you to stay on the product and be consistent, and then also do those lifestyle modifications so you can get the results you're looking for. And this is a slide that I was alluding to, the factors impacting the effectiveness of CBD oil. Now you're going to meet folks that say, you know what, that CBD didn't work. And I want you to really interrogate that person in a nice way. And the reason why I want you to ask more questions, because 99% of the people that tell me that they tried CBD and it didn't work was because they were taking hemp seed oil. They weren't taking CBD, they were taking hemp seed oil. The seed of the hemp plant does not contain cannabinoids, so they're not going to get the relief they want. Are companies out there promoting hemp seed oil like it's CBD derived oil? Yes, they are. So be more inquisitive, find out what they were taking, have them take a screenshot if they still have the product, and really educate them on, no, you weren't taking the real McCoy, right? You need hemp-derived CBD oil. So dosing can also be very easy. All of our products have dosing on the bottle, 3 drops in the morning, 3 drops in the evening. There's some people that need microdosing. You'll run into people that say, oh my God, I'm sensitive to everything. You've met them, right? They're sensitive to the air, right? Whatever hits their body, they break out. So that's when microdosing comes in. That's when you can utilize just 1 drop every 45 minutes until you find that sweet spot, that area where they're getting some relief to that tincture. There's also another way to dose. You can dose by a person's weight and the severity of their condition. Now, this is really utilized for 2 people. That person who is morbidly obese obviously is going to need more CBD. And 2, that person that may be very tiny, very small. We're talking about a child, right? And though we don't recommend that CBD use is used in children or persons under the age of 21 for our vapes, or 18, there are many parents that have their discretionary beliefs, and they utilize CBD for their child, and they have every right to it. So if you run into a parent that wants to do that, you can utilize this slide to kind of dose out by their weight how much they'll need. Our tinctures, again, come in different potency. We have our 500 milligrams Sympranium. That's our #1 tincture that we sell here at Wakana. It has a proprietary formulation. It has turmeric, black seed. Also, there are carrier oils called MCT coconut and hemp seed oil. This is an incredible product because it has, again, a proprietary formulation that no other CBD on the market has. Our pure tincture, that's our broad spectrum tincture. For those who have random drug screens, that's 300 milligrams of CBD. This has a very unique delivery system. It's called nanotechnology. Now, nanotechnology is really cool because what nanotechnology does is it allows the CBD molecule to be more water soluble and more available to the cell. So our nanotechnology pure product tincture is 98.7% bioavailable to the cells. So your cells are able to utilize it at a higher availability rate. Our water soluble is 500 milligrams of CBD. I like putting it in my water, my juice, my smoothie, anything liquid, the water soluble. I really recommend this product for those seniors who have dementia. They have Parkinson's. They have a hard time holding a tincture under the tongue for a minute before you swallow. And that's really the proper way of really getting the CBD to be activated on a cellular level, to hold it under the tongue for a minute before you swallow. Our Hemp MD is our more therapeutic CBD product. It's 900 milligrams of CBD. It is an incredible product for those who have severe challenges that need that increased potency to assess and address symptoms. Our hemp-powered hair is a product that can be used as a tincture under the tongue, or it can be used topically for those who have hair shedding, hair thinness, balding, alopecia. It could be due to chemotherapy. It could be due to a COVID infection. As long as there's a hair follicle, this hemp-powered hair will help to restore that hair. You've got to use it every day, though. All of these products are really not effective if you're not consistent with its use. So when we look at the next area, and that's the culinary products, these are products that are spices, vegan butter, our Culinary Plus, products you can bake and cook with, spice up your recipe. So you're wanting to get those benefits from CBD also in your food. So these are coated, they're not coated. Our spices are not coated, they are infused, just like our gummies are infused and not coated. I mixed that around. Just know that they're infused, which helps to improve the efficacy when it's infused. So these are great products for those who love the kitchen. We even have a culinary infusion with grapeseed. These are a great product that you can marinate. You can put on your salads. You can really do a lot with this. You cannot fry chicken, which we don't want you frying chicken anyway, but it's a great product for marinade. Temperature matters. You don't want to cook CBD over 350 degrees Fahrenheit. What will happen? Well, nothing would happen to you, but it will make your food bitter. I mean, we don't want that. And you'll cook away all the CBD. So you're going to cook all your money away. So you want to stay below 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Start low and slow, even with recipes. More is not better. We want you to follow the directions, 3 drops twice a day. We also have a Delta 8 product line. Delta 8 is another cannabinoid that is legal, and Delta 8 is more potent than CBD. So if you're on the line and you're a distributor and you have a client where the CBD, you've kind of exhausted the Hemp MD, you may want to recommend Delta 8. Delta 8 is more potent. It has more of a Delta 9 feeling, not a high, but it really gives you that potency and creativity, and as well more body attention for reducing inflammation and pain. So Delta 8 is a really great product. We have smokables. Why would you smoke CBD? Well, smokables help to increase the onset of the CBD within 1 to 5 minutes. So if you have an acute situation going on, let's say you just all of a sudden have a migraine, right? You want to acutely reduce the inflammation and the pain from that migraine, or even anxiety, whatever it is that happens acutely, that smokable can kick in within 1 to 5 minutes. So we offer Delta 8 smokables, we offer CBD smokables, we offer Delta 8 gummies. We have 2 different formulations. We have our Flight 25, which is 25 milligrams of Delta 8, and our Flight 50, which is 50 milligrams of Delta 8. Both of these products should be taken with caution, meaning if you have tried THC in the past and that THC, the real stuff, right? The real marijuana made you really high and you start seeing deer in your garage and you had a bad experience, Delta 8 may be for you. So we want you to start super, super low, maybe a quarter of a gummy, right? But if you've tried Delta 9 in the past and you're fine with it, then you will love these products. So consuming gummies take about 30, sometimes 2 hours to kick in. So that's why I always talk about layering our products, using more than just one. So of course, I don't just use my Dr. Rita's rub, right? I use the tinctures, I use the gummies. From time to time, I'll use the vape cartridges, but just know we have gummies in our full spectrum line, our power line. We have gummies in our broad spectrum line, our pure line. And of course, we talked about our flat belly gummies as well. We even have a CBD product that's in a capsule. You know, there's some folks that don't like to put oils and holding it under their tongue for a minute before they swallow. So Power King T'Chaga utilizes T'Chaga mushrooms along with our CBD product. And it really is a great product for those who are really wanting to address not only autoimmune conditions, but chronic conditions like cholesterol, diabetes, hypertension. Again, we can't make those claims, but you can do your own due diligence on the T'Chaga mushroom and look at all the benefits, and you enhance it with CBD, it is absolutely a game changer. And then our topicals. I love our topicals. I recommend that you pair them, layer them with the tincture, with the gummies, with the smokables, and using the topicals. Topicals offer local relief very, very quickly. So our Power Extreme Pain Cream, 400 milligrams, is our #1 topical product, our #1 seller in topicals. Our Dr. Rita's Rub is a close second, right? What I love about these 2 products is that at night, I like to use the cream so it can set in those sore areas on my shoulder, my knees, my back. And I like using the Dr. Rita's Rub on the go. It's great because you don't have to get your hands in the cream. You can just rub it and keep moving, right? Our Power Mango Body Cream we spoke about. We spoke about our hemp-powered hair, which can be used topically. It can be used right in the area that there is thinning or issues with hair loss. Our Oud Body Neck, our Glow Naked, our Oud oil doesn't contain CBD, but you can use it all over your skin. You can use it in your hair. It's a great, great product to restore those areas. And then sexual dysfunction is an issue. There's lots of folks that have low libido, they have erectile dysfunction. Many times erectile dysfunction is a blood flow issue, right? CBD is a vasorelaxant. CBD can come in and just dilate those vessels along with lifestyle modification, right? You can't expect to improve that blood flow if you're still eating poorly. So our Lovers Pack comes with our CBD lube for those women who have vaginal dryness. It comes with our King of the Jungle gummies, which absolutely can be used by men and women to improve stamina, to improve libido. That CBD helping to dilate those vessels. as well as other power gummies. So these are really great products that can be utilized to improve sexual dysfunction. Because the CBD lube is topical, it won't pass the blood-brain barrier. So it's a power product, so it can be used safely for those who have urine drug screens. Our Royal Defense is our sister company for any of you that are looking to help to improve the area in your home or your office. Again, this Omicron variant apparently is going to be, I don't know, I read that it's going to be deadly. It's going to be like that Alpha variant. Who knows? But let's arm ourselves, let's arm our homes, let's arm our offices to be clean. Our hand and surface sanitizer uses quaternary ammonium. It is an approved CDC product that can be used to address SARS-CoV-2 infections and viruses. So you definitely want to use these products. Store your CBD oil in a dry, cool place. It's hot outside, right? You don't want to leave those gummies in your car. You don't want to leave your tinctures in the car. You want to keep all of that in a nice, cool place. So what I do, I carry a lunch bag with me everywhere, right? Because of my lifestyle. I'm juicing a lot. I keep a cold pack in there and any products that will keep it cold. I don't leave it in the car, but you want to keep your products in a dark, cool place. This is a slide, and we're going to end here and take questions. This is a slide that reminds me that you want to ensure that your clients are not taking too much CBD, right? This is a real life story of a distributor that emailed me and said her client was super tired, just fatigued, didn't have any energy. And I was like, oh my God. When I looked at everything that person was taking, they were taking over 180 milligrams of CBD every day. They were just excited. They wanted to do the flat belly gummies. They wanted to do the coffee. They wanted to do the hemp powered hair. They wanted to do the Chaga, King Chaga. They were just doing so much that too much CBD, yes, can make you fatigued. So really start low, go slow. Most people don't need a lot of CBD, right? Most people, we saw in the Mayo Clinic, most people need between 2.5 and 20 milligrams of CBD. So that truly was a little bit more CBD. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to take questions because it is Ask the Doctor Wednesday. Ask the Doctor Wednesday. You can ask me anything. Well, let me do this. Let Dr. Rita put on her Dr. Rita glasses so I can see the questions. Let's see here. Okay, so I see a lot of hi, Dr. Rita. Hi, Dr. Rita. Apology said, yeah, me, I can identify having some of these. Let's look in the Q&A if there's any questions. What can a pregnant woman use for morning sickness, 4 to 6 week pregnant? So for morning sickness, I highly recommend our peppermint. Peppermint is a great essential oil that helps to reduce nausea and vomiting. That peppermint can be used a little with a carrier oil. You can put a little underneath the nose here so they can infuse it. They can put some peppermint oil in the palms of their hands and use the palms of their hands as a diffuser. They can put the peppermint oil on the soles of their feet. The soles of the feet have the largest pores in our body. That peppermint can be really working in the body by just putting peppermint on the soles of the feet. Dr. Betty, do you want to add anything else about nausea and vomiting in a 4 to 6 week pregnant mom? How often should a person do the 21-day cleanse? Can you cleanse too much? You know what? The 21-day cleanse is something that you want to do at least twice a year. What I recommend is what I'm doing. I did 2 cleanses and then I became a vegan. I became a raw vegan. So what that means is that every day I'm juicing, every day I'm eating raw salads, you know, and every day I'm doing the superfood. So The 21-day cleanse, though, remember, includes the liquid colonic, it includes the eliminator. So theoretically, if you do 2 cleanses a year or maybe 3, it really depends on how your toxicity is, how's the pH of your blood is, what's your bioscan looking like. I personally would recommend embracing that lifestyle, embracing that raw vegan lifestyle where you're still using the superfoods, the regenerator, and you're embracing all of the things that you've learned in the 21-day cleanse. So hopefully that answered your question. You could do anything too much. I mean, you can overdo anything in life too much. So I would recommend start with twice a year and then incorporate and embrace a raw vegan lifestyle. You'll love it. You'll have more energy. You will have better sleep. You'll have better clarity. What I'm really noticing is that it's a combination of my CBD I'm taking and the way that I eat now. I don't get upset anymore. It's like really crazy. Like I used to get upset by things that people say. You know, I've got somebody in my Ernestine Davis will appreciate this. I've got someone in my cardio kickboxing class that really rides me on my playlist. He's the only one, right? And he's just always nag, 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 nag. I don't like the playlist. I don't like the playlist. And I'm just like, okay, you know, what you can do is probably find another class to attend because everyone else loves the playlist. So even my mood is better. Even the way I approach people is just better. So I also find my digestive system loves the raw vegan lifestyle as well. So you've got to pick what works right for you. And I think sticking with twice a year, 21-day cleanse, maybe if you've got a lot of toxicity in you, maybe 3 times a year, but you know, just embrace the lifestyle and take what you've learned in the 21-day cleanse and continue living that way. I eat very little cooked food. I eat cooked food in situations like Memorial Day. Memorial Day, I did my very first vegan barbecue, and I ate, what did I eat? I ate an Impossible Brats, and I ate a Beyond Burger. That's very rare. I don't eat processed vegan foods. I don't eat the Beyond Meat or the Impossible Meat. It just doesn't sit right in my stomach. So yes, there are occasions where I may eat cooked food, but my body, I was telling my daughter today, my body doesn't feel right when I eat cooked food. I'm a type A blood type, you know, that is a vegetarian vegan, and it took me 59 years to figure out that all that cooked food was making me sick, because I would get sick. I would get sick every time I ate a steak. But guess what? Dr. Rita kept eating the steak. That didn't make sense because I love steak. It was just so yummy and so good. But now I know better. Now I understand that chronic conditions and diseases, which I don't have. I had a little scare with a blood pressure issue, and I corrected that very quickly with my diet. But I know better, so I'm doing better now. So should people that use the Go Slow with CBD, people I know that use THC feel that they can take a whole gummy. Also, a lot of THC consumers don't want to use CBD. So any THC consumers, you want to direct them to our Delta 8 products. They will love, love, love our Delta 8 products. I always say go low and go slow. For example, I know this is too much information, but my middle child, Joshua, his girlfriend, is a connoisseur of THC. And I told Alana, I said, Alana, please don't eat the entire Delta 8 gummy. Oh, Miss Rita, I'm good. She's a THC connoisseur. Why did she eat the entire Delta 8 gummy? And my son said she was outside our home. I live in a cul-de-sac, walking around with no shoes on, right? So even in those THC lovers, I would rather you start low and go slow so that they have a good experience. They can always increase. They can always increase their Delta 8. But any THC user, you want to recommend our Delta 8 products. Anything I can say to encourage them to use CBD as well? Yeah, they can use our Delta 8 products. What would be the proper dosage balance to use both? Well, it depends on how much THC they're consuming. It really depends on what their amount of THC. Like I said, my middle son's girlfriend is, I think she's a pretty aggressive THC user, and one Delta 8 gummy was too much for her. Now, mind you, she's only, I think Alana's only 105 pounds wet. I mean, she's a tiny girl. So you really have to look at the weight of the person too. You have to look at their body chemistry. You have to look at their diet, and you have to look at how much THC they are using or consuming on a daily basis. But yes, start with our Delta 8 products. Absolutely. Can I use grapeseed oil with my essential oils? If you can be more specific, are you asking if you can use the grapeseed CBD infused product with your essential oils? And Dr. Betty, you can chime in on that. Candace says, hi, Dr. Rita, thank you. And Naoma said, hi, Dr. Rita, what was the name of the extreme prolonged vomiting during pregnancy? Oh, that's called hyperemesis gravidarum. And that is, many times we see that in moms in the first and second trimester, but there's that rare mom that will have it for their entire pregnancy. Can you imagine that? Vomiting the entire pregnancy? So it's called hyperemesis gravidarum. Hey, Dr. Betty, how are you tonight?
I'm awesome. So I just wanted to backstep just a moment. The person who asked about essential oils during pregnancy, a great one that actually there have been a couple of studies done with lemon oil, and inhaling the lemon oil seemed to decrease the intensity and experience of nausea during pregnancy. And then the other one is lavender. Lavender is a very calming essential oil, great for anxiety, and they think that it might also help with nausea.
Wonderful. We here at Wakana, we offer peppermint, we offer lemon. We don't have lavender, but lavender I do recommend as well for those moms who can't sleep at night. I have them put a little lavender underneath their nose so they can inhale that as well. So thank you so much. Did you talk about the grapeseed oil?
I didn't. You can use grapeseed oil. MCT coconut oil might be a better choice. And also, depending on what you're going to use the essential oil for. Jojoba oil is a great one because it is so close to the natural oil in our skin. But like I said, MCT coconut oil is a great choice because it is antibacterial, antifungal, in fact, it's antimicrobial, and it also is very nourishing, hydrating to the skin. So perfect choice. And it doesn't have much of a scent, so it won't change the aroma of the essential oil if that's what you're looking for.
Beautiful. Paula G says she wants the massage with the grapeseed oil and lavender. That's what she wants to do.
Okay, sure, that works.
You
could use olive oil, you could use grapeseed oil, you can use any of those works.
Wonderful. We have a question from Michelle Garris. Do we have anything for dry eyes and something for mucus? If you're not cleansing or have cleansed, you may still have some. Okay, so dry eyes could be a result of many things. Hopefully that person has a diagnosis, but you can use our CBD tincture, our CBD gummies. We can talk about, there's autoimmune conditions where there's dry eyes, like thyroid conditions. Putting the body back in balance is what you're aiming to do, because dry eyes is not something that's normal. So you can always email me when you figure out why that person has dry eyes. There could be many reasons, but it's going to be the same answer, right? CBD products could potentially help to put that part of the body back into balance, right? To help to improve lubrication back in the body. They could be on medication that is causing their dry eyes. So there's a lot. That's a loaded question where you really have to look at their diagnosis. You have to look at the medications they're on. Maybe there's something causing the side effect of dry eyes. Have they sought a professional diagnosis from an ophthalmologist, from their internist? There's a lot to that question. So feel free to email me once you find out some of those answers about that person. As far as the mucus, you want to reduce mucus in the body by eating less cooked food, by removing dairy from your diet. All of those are mucus producing foods. So cheese, milk, butter, reducing your cooked food, really a raw vegan lifestyle, if you can, slowly embrace it. For me, my why was my blood pressure was very high and I didn't want to be put on medication. And so I was utilizing this new way of living, raw vegan lifestyle, to do that. And I was successful in doing that. So you want to absolutely remove dairy. You want to absolutely remove cooked food as much as possible. What I always recommend to my clients is, if you have cooked food on your plate, always have something raw. Always have something raw on your plate. Always have something raw. It could be a raw salad. It could be a romaine leaf that you're putting, I don't know, maybe some cooked taco food on. You always want to have something raw on your plate. That really does reduce the mucus. Another question is that, Dr. Rita, this presentation was very informative. Once we have joined Wakana, will we have access to this presentation as a hard copy? So you will have a recording of this presentation, as you have every single recording that we do here at Wakana. So whoever that anonymous person is, I'm excited for you to lock arms with us here at Wakana. We'll be very excited to have you as a business partner. So make sure that you connect with the person that invited you on this call. The person comes out anonymous. I don't know who it is. Maybe you can put your name in the chat so I can figure out who invited you. Then you can, yes, you'll have all the recordings. Dr. Rita, would you recommend in Wakana, what would you recommend in Wakana for a person with fibromyalgia and also neuropathy? I would recommend the tincture twice a day. I would recommend the topical, as well as the gummies. So it's called the trifecta. You can even add on a smokable for those times you may have a fibromyalgia flare. You want to really layer all of those products for your fibromyalgia. You also want to look at your diet. You want to ensure that your diet is one that is not promoting inflammation in those joints. With the neuropathy, wherever that pain is, you can put that topical pain cream or Dr. Rita's rub right there. So those are the products I would recommend. Again, if you are a customer or a guest, it just says LG Escape. I wish people, would kind of put their name, because you might have been invited by someone and they want to reach out to you afterwards so you can get your products ordered. So you can put that in the chat, anonymous attending, if you could put your name, and LG Escape Plus, if you could put your name. So it's 9:05. We're going to close it out. I want to thank Dr. Betty for joining each and every Wednesday. I really appreciate your knowledge, your support. You always weighing in with your nuggets, your tricks that you have as it relates to not only CBD products, but our essential oils. I want to thank all of our business partners. I want to thank all of our guests. Please connect with the person that invited you so that you can get your questions asked, you can get your products ordered, and you can lock arms with us and become a Wakanapreneur and a Wakana business partner. So be well, be safe. I'm excited to eat my salad, and I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.